Hey guys, Coach Sharf here. Welcome back to our videos on our 200-page packet. And we are at the end. Page 20, the last one we got to do. Kind of sad. We talk a little bit at the end of the video, but let's just jump into these problems, all right? So this is kind of similar to one I showed y'all a few videos ago now. I was trying to hold up the pieces of paper and had my camera propped. I was trying to show y'all with the deck of the laptop. Trying to hope these pieces of paper stay balanced though, so I can kind of show y'all this problem, okay? If two distinct planes, A and B, are perpendicular to line C, then which statement is true? Planes A and B are parallel to each other. Planes A and B are perpendicular to each other. The intersection of planes A and B is a line parallel to line C. Intersection of planes A and B is a line perpendicular to line C. Well, all right, let's look at what we got. I have two planes A and B, or say the two pieces of paper, right? Try to do as best I can. They're both orientated, so they're facing the window and back toward the kitchen area, right? So again, the depth might not be the best to judge it, but they are parallel to each other, right? So that's what they look like, okay? They're perpendicular to line C, okay? Perpendicular to line C will say it's the top edge of my computer. Okay, if you look there, again, it does look a little slanted, but that's a right angle. Same, well, there's a little gap right there, but it's supposed to be a right angle as well, okay? So line C is perpendicular to both planes, so the pieces of paper are what? Are they parallel to each other, perpendicular to each other? Is the intersection parallel to line C, or is the intersection perpendicular to line C? Well, again, those pieces of paper are standing straight up. If they were to continue to go straight up or go down through the table, they're never going to cross, right? So they have to be perpendicular to cross, or they have to cross to be perpendicular. They have to cross to intersect. So that only leaves us one logical answer, which is answer choice 1. They're parallel to each other. Okay? All right. Finger keeps getting in the way. See that? All right, as shown in the diagram below, a kite needs a vertical and a horizontal support attached to opposite corners. The upper edges of the kite are 7 inches. The side edges are X inches, and the vertical support bar is X plus 1 inches. What is the measure in inches of the vertical support bar? Okay. So this is where you have to know. This is where some rules for kites come into play, which we didn't really do. I'm trying to think how best to do it with some triangles to show y'all. We may just need to. I might just tell y'all we can just throw in the towel and skip this one though. All right, so we're looking for the vertical support bar, X plus 1. I'm trying to think this through. Okay, I got it now. All right, so here's what you're saying. You're saying, all right, well, I've got the vertical support, so I might have some triangles there. So you might try to start figuring out something to do with those triangles. But actually the key is you see how this right angle is right here. So if you kind of take out this support bar, you have this side of the kite is a leg, that side of the kite is a leg, and the vertical support bar would actually be a hypotenuse, okay? So it would look... make it a right angle. trying to draw this. I don't know why I can't draw. Alright, so if y'all can see, trying to match it the best I can to that left side, okay? That's a right angle. This is 7, this is x plus 1. Okay? So, again, if you know your Pythagorean triples, I think you already know this answer. Or hopefully you can already figure out this answer, okay? If you look, 23, 24, 25, 26, those are my answer choices. If you happen to know your Pythagorean triples, this isn't one we talked a lot about, but if you know them for some other reason or happen to look into them, you might know, okay? But this is all we got. We're gonna have to do a little bit of a math with our Pythagorean formula, okay? So we still say 7 squared plus x squared equals x plus 1 quantity squared. Okay? So I'm gonna have 49 plus x squared. Okay, then I gotta do x plus 1 quantity squared, right? That's the same as x plus 1 times x plus 1. Hopefully you remember how to multiply polynomials. So we use FOIL method or box method. So we're going to have x times x is x squared. X times 1 is 1x. 1 times x is 1x. So I have 1x, 1x, and then 1 times 1 is 1. Okay, x squared plus 1x plus 1x plus 1. If I combine like terms, x squared plus 2x plus 1. All right, then over here, 49 plus x squared. So again, not math we haven't quite seen this year, but it still makes sense if we just remember our fundamentals of algebra, okay? I got x squared and x squared, right? If I subtract x squared, they're both going to cancel. They're both going to go away. Okay, so it might seem a little daunting, and you had to do a little bit extra math up here, but now all I got is 49 equals 2x plus 1. It's a little simpler, right? Minus 1 on both sides gives me 48 equals 2x. X is 24. Okay? So that means this is 24. This is 24 plus 1. This is 25. That's your Pythagorean triple I was talking about, okay? 7, 24, 25. All right? So, yeah, if we look at the vertical support bar, and it is including the part that's going past the top there, that's our x plus 1. So that would be our 25, which of course is answer choice 3, all right? So another answer choice 3. Anything else below that? Nope. All right, so that was 104. 2 more problems. Sad times. All right. As shown on the diagram below, M and N are cut by transversal P. Another parallel line transversal problem. I think we had one in the last video. All right. Let me double check actually. So y'all might go back and look at your work. Just something similar. No, it wasn't the last video. It was 2 videos ago. Right there. Okay. So very similar problem, even though the lines are drawn a little different. Okay. But this one's a little tougher as I erase this, and I'll show you why. Okay. So if the measure of angle 1 is 4x plus 14, angle 2 is ax plus 10, M and N have to be parallel when x equals what? So again, when you see it like this, you assume that they're parallel, and you use whatever relationships the angles have to either, if they're congruent, set them equal, or if they're supplementary, set them equal to 180. One problem with this is I have, this is inside, this is outside. They're on opposite sides of the transversal. This is one of the pairs of angles that doesn't have an actual angle relationship, okay? So you're going to have to use another relationship to kind of help you out, okay? The easy one for me is, well, there's not any really easy one, I guess. This is IC first, but I know if this is, if angle 1 is right here, it has to correspond here, okay? Or you could say angle 2 corresponds to this one right here, right? So I'll do that actually, because that's going to give me a lot of work. Okay, I'm going to say angle 2 corresponds right there, all right? So now if I turn it sideways, 1 and 2, they're that linear pair, right? 1 and 2 add up to form that straight line M. So they have to be a linear pair, which is supplementary. Okay, if you'd have drawn 1 down here, you'd have gotten the same conclusion. Okay, there's some other things you could have done. You could have done alternate interior with 1, put it over there, alternate exterior with 2, put it up there. But you would eventually come that you're basically trying to form a linear pair with them. Okay, and linear pairs are supplementary. So that means I got to add those and set them equal to 180. So 4x, there's no negative sign, so I'm just going to write everything out straight. 4x plus 14 plus 8x plus 10 equals 180. All right. Combine like terms, give me 12x plus 24 equals 180. Subtract 24 from both sides would give me 12x equals 156 divided by 12. X is 13. All right, again, this is where you got to look at your answer choices. They're parallel when x equals what? So, again, we're just looking for x. You don't got to plug it into any of them. So it is answer choice 3. Again, another answer choice 3. I'm going to be seeing 3s in my nightmares. I don't know about y'all. All right, very last problem. Very, very sad. Triangle ABC shown below. P is the centroid and BF equals 18. Okay. Whole thing here is 18. Okay. What's the length of BP? Well, again, if you have that long sheet up, and if y'all don't have it, and you're working on this, if you'd like me to send it in Remind to you, I'm certainly happy to do that. Okay. So where's centroid? Okay. So here's the centroid. And again, I can mark this one up a little more on the copy that y'all got. But, okay, the centroid of a triangle, which again is where it intersects. We actually got the same letters, even B and F, right? Okay. Is 2/3 the distance from each vertex to the midpoint of the opposite side. So the centroid is 2/3 of the way from the vertex to the midpoint of the opposite side, right? So this was where I'll draw the triangle that's shown here on the page, and then I'll go back to our problem, okay? Again, I'm going to draw it without a lot of the other lines, okay? So I got B, P, and F, okay? This is where I was saying that this is 2/3. This is 1/3 of the distance, right? And if you needed to, for depending on the type of problem you have, you actually divide it into 1/3, 1/3, 1/3, right? Because this is still 1/3 and 1/3 still gives me my 2/3, right? So if we go back to our problem, it's our PDF. Okay. So again, if we kind of try to turn it and try to match it up. Again, BP is 2/3 of this distance. So you can either do 2/3, 1/3. I'm going to do the 1/3, 1/3, even though it's not really coming through. 1/3. Okay. So what's 1/3 of 18? 6, right? So I got 6, 6, 6. Which means BP is 6 plus 6, which is 12. So answer choice 4. Okay? So if you're more comfortable doing it here, you could just say, I didn't do that 1/3 for that. If you want to say the whole thing is 18, can't draw. You say that's 6, 6, 6. So then you can kind of say, well, then 2/3 has to be 12. 1/3 has to be 6. So my BP is 12. Okay. All right. So again, just out of curiosity, I didn't count this beforehand. I'm going to go down here to where the answers start and count how many 3s there were, because it seemed like there were so many. Yeah, so that's it. So you're done with geometry. How about that? We're getting close. Getting close. There we go. Answer section. All right, so let's see here. All right, we got number 2. Number 5. All right, so 5 is 2. 8 is answer choice 3, so that's 3. 14 is 4. 16 is 5. Seemed like we had more than that. Maybe at a certain point picked up a little bit. 22 is 6. Yeah, this is probably where it started. 23 is 7. 24 was 8. Yeah, I think it's definitely the section where I kind of felt it. 29 is 9. 30 is 10. 31 is 11. 38 is 12. Strength thought. 44 is 13. 49 is 15. Maybe not as many as I thought. 54 is 16. 56 is 17. 57 is 18. 58 is 19. Now it's picking up again. So 19 out of 58. So just over a third of the answer choices are answer choice 3. Again, when you have 4 multiple choice answers for every problem, it's a little weighted. I think we're having a lot of 4s too. A lot of 3s and 4s. All right, 64 is 20. 68 is 21. 76 is 22. Maybe not as many as I thought. 82 is 23. 83 is 24. 85 is 25. 87 is 26. 89 is 27. 90 is 28. Now it's picking back up. 94 is 29. There's a lot of 4s too, but I'm not going to go back. I can't go back and count those. 95 is 30. That's one of the ones we just did. 101 is 31. 104 is 32. Again, just did that. 105 is 33. And that was the last one we did. So 33 out of 106. So that's still greater than 1/4. Again, if you had with 106, 4 answer choices for every problem, 106 problems that we went through. If it were even, everyone would have 26 or 27 answer choices, because if you divide 106 by 4, you get 26 and a half. So it was a little weighted. It seemed like we had a lot of 4s too, but I'm not going to go back and count those. So anyway, come back up. Again, that's it for... I will say this, and I'll type it out on Monday, because I'm going to post these. I'm doing this Saturday afternoon. It's 2 o'clock right now, Saturday afternoon. And I'm just going to go ahead and post them. And I may send it out tomorrow night that they're there for the week, because I want y'all to be enjoying your weekend. These are all the videos I'm doing, okay? If you've been keeping up, or and I will try to put in any work sent in this past week on Sunday too, so y'all can see where you stand going on the last week. If you've been keeping up, or if your grade's still not quite where you want it to be, if you want to go on with any of these, I'm okay with that. If you want to, don't kill yourselves and do all. Again, I think the answers start on page 120, so don't do all 119 pages worth of problems. You don't have to do 600 something problems. Don't kill yourselves, but if you want to do a few more pages just to make sure, and I'll still count them. So if you want to do a few more pages, but again, I'm not going to put videos up, and you got to show work, okay? So, like for this one, circle O, diameter has endpoints -5, 4, and 3, -6. What's the length of the diameter? Okay, again, you could draw that on a coordinate grid. So I'll just show that one just so y'all can see it. Let me draw a coordinate grid real quick. okay? Three, -6, -5, 4. Okay? So you would have this, again, if you wanted to say, okay, that going down, that's 10 going down, that's 8 going over. So you can do the Pythagorean theorem to get that hypotenuse, which would be the length, or doing the distance formula, which would be the square root of x2 is 3, so we'll do 3 parentheses 3 minus -5 quantity squared plus parentheses -6 minus 4 quantity squared. So doing that, and again, if you actually do that, 3 minus -5 would be 8 squared plus -6 minus 4, -10 squared. You would still get the same thing you would get there. So you still got to show work. You can't just tell me. I believe that one would be my answer choice 4. If you think about it, it's really the only one that makes sense. But that would have to be answer choice. You can't just say answer choice 4 and get that right. You got to show me. You got to show me work. Okay. So again, if y'all want to do past, page 21. Again, we were supposed to do 21 through 24 this week. When we decide not to give y'all any more work. So if y'all just want to do that, that's fine. If y'all really want to, you can do a few more pages after that, but don't. I'm going to cap it at a certain point too. So don't try to cram in 20 pages in this next week, because there's only anything. I've been saying this is like extra credit, but it's still a regular credit. But anything past what's assigned is extra credit. So I'll give you a few more points, but I'm not gonna pull. If you do 20 more pages, I'm not gonna, whatever your grade's at right now, I'm not gonna pull it up a full letter grade just for doing, 20 more pages. I mean, so don't. Again, I'm trying to get y'all this last week. Get in what you get in. If you want to know whatever your grade's at right now, if you want to ask me, Coach Sharp, how many more pages do I need to turn in to pull my grade up to whatever, I can give you an estimate. And honestly, whatever I give you for an estimate, I'll probably do one or two more pages on top of that just to be sure. So other than that, I'm gonna do one more. Again, I'm recording this Saturday the 9th at 2 o'clock ish. I'm gonna do a Zoom meeting probably Wednesday afternoon. If we have faculty meeting, those have been at 1, and I have another meeting later Wednesday afternoon for something I'm doing at the county office. So I could do my Zoom meetings in between those. So other than that, I think that'll be it for the rest of the year. If any of y'all have heard, and I don't know if any of y'all have older siblings, the seniors are going to do a parade where they come get their diplomas, and a lot of the teachers are going to be up there. So if any of y'all are riding with your senior siblings or friends who are seniors or anything like that, might get to see y'all then. That's going to be March 27th. So that is in a few Wednesdays. So I might see some of y'all at that. They're still trying to get a graduation at some point this summer if all this goes back to normal, and prom. So definitely it would be a graduation, I would assume, and possibly at prom. So if any of y'all are going to that, might see you then. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next year. Don't be a stranger. Come say hey to me.